What's going on, world? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the podcast, Uplifting Minds. I'm your host. You know my name, Lamar Wilson. Guys, we're going to get through this. But I wanted to really get on this podcast because I was having such a dope conversation with my wife just about making some adjustments and dealing with the whole pandemic of the coronavirus and just like taking advantage. And what was so dope about the conversation is that I mentioned to my wife, I said, I can't wait till this is over. And she said, why? I'm like, so it could go back to normal. She said, no, you got it wrong. This is the time where people need to start taking advantage of things that they've been lacking. That things where you can play catch up or you can get past this. We need to set ourselves up for the next, like this 2 months that we are in, we should be 6 months better by taking advantage now. And just having that conversation with my wife about that, it just motivated me into being a extreme go-getter, like executing on a different level, because what she was saying was we need to take advantage of this now because we may never get another chance later. And I want you to take advantage of this because what my wife said made so much sense in a sense of it's not places that you could go and spend money. There's not places we could go and spend buy food really like that here and there. So if you really look at it, yeah, you might be cooking more, but you're saving more money. You might be home, but you're spending more time with the family. Like you may not be at work, but you're working. And so it made me realize that how much of an opportunity that I could be missing by not taking advantage of the opportunity that's given to us. And I want to share that with y'all, and that's why I'm on this podcast, because I want y'all to understand like that this opportunity, this coronavirus is the opportunity to set us up for our next chapter. And of course, you might be saying, well, L, you look at it like it's a good thing, but look at the bad thing. But why focus on the bad? Why focus on it? So if you know that it's nothing but bad when you talk about it, or you think about it, or you looking at it, or you hear about it, so why focus on it when you can say, how can I be better at this time? How can I benefit from this? How can my family benefit from this? How can my marriage benefit from it? How can my relationship benefit from this? How can my kids benefit from it? How can my finances benefit from this? How can my life benefit from this? So why are we not looking at that side and focusing on that side? I never met someone that just wanted to spend so much time in a negative area versus someone that wants to spend all their time in a positive light. So I just want to give y'all that little brief motivation, because I felt like that was powerful. And my wife and I, we have had some great conversations and, some back and forth, some debates and stuff like that. And it was some things that, my wife and I, we don't see eye to eye, but it's some areas in my life that I know I need to make some adjustments, and she pointed it out. And my wife is the most important person in my life. So I'm not going to just overlook it or let it go past my head. I take what she's saying and I make the adjustments. And that's not just for her. That's for myself. Because whether I'm with my wife or not, if I have a habit that I choose not to fix, no matter if I'm with her or I'm with the next person, I still got a bad habit. So don't look at it as, oh, you're trying to change me. No, I'm not trying to change you. I'm trying to tell you that there's something in your life that's shifting you in an area where people are not adjusted to. And you can't have that type of mentality of saying it is what it is. you have to allow yourself to grow. So if there's some areas, I'm not saying you need to take everybody's opinion, because everybody's opinion is just somebody's opinion. What I'm telling you is that if you know there's some areas, you know that's not how you should be treating somebody else, talking to someone like that, and so on, like, make the adjustments. Just try a little. The little helps every day. If you just apply a little every day, you don't know how far you could go. And it's just a habit. It's just muscle memory. Because if you know that you can make that change, and that change is not affecting your money, it's not affecting your health, it's not affecting your, well, sometimes, change can affect health, but it's not really hurting you to make some changes to better yourself. That's what I'm just saying. So I just wanted to get on this podcast quick, and I don't really want to hold y'all up. I really wanted to share that message with y'all because I felt like that was dope. And I think this is the type of podcast that I want to jump into by just like having, things that's going on in my life, jump on a podcast and talk about it, and keep it moving. Other than that, like I always say, if you can't find happiness, create it. Uplift your mind before you uplift your phone. Again, follow me on Instagram. I am Lamar Wilson. Same thing for Twitter. I'm on Facebook. Share this podcast. Share my quotes, share my videos. Let's get this out to the world. Let's somebody needs to hear this. You never know what someone is dealing with. Don't assume because they say they're fine, they're not fine. Okay? So let's help each other, lift each other, better each other, and live one great life. Okay? I'll see you next week. Peace.